Before you spend thousands of dollars on quartz countertops for your kitchen, there are 7 things you really need to hear first. One country has already banned this material entirely. Workers are developing an irreversible lung disease from cutting it, and homeowners across the country are discovering damage that no one warned them about. Stains that won't come out, countertops cracking from appliances you'd never suspect, backsplashes exploding off walls, and a hidden vulnerability that affects almost every kitchen in Florida, Texas, California, and Arizona. Now, quartz is still one of the most popular countertop choices in America for good reason. But whether you're finally doing that kitchen remodel you've been planning for years, or you're building your forever home and you want to get this right the first time, you deserve to know the full picture before you commit. Not just the sales pitch, the real story. So here are 7 things about quartz countertops that most salespeople and even some designers are not going to tell you. And if you want to keep getting the truth before you spend the big money, hit subscribe and give this a thumbs up. It costs less than a square foot of quartz. I promise. You're not buying what you think you're buying. Let's start with something that confuses almost everybody. When most people hear quartz countertop, they picture a slab of natural stone pulled straight out of the earth. But that is not what this is. Quartz countertops are engineered, manufactured in a factory. They use roughly 90 to 95% ground up quartz crystals and blend them with synthetic resins, polymers, and colored pigments. That mixture gets compressed under enormous pressure and baked at very high temperatures until it becomes a solid slab. The raw material is natural, but the finished product is man-made. And that matters, because those resins and polymers are responsible for both the best qualities of quartz and the problems that catch homeowners off guard. They are the reason quartz never needs sealing, but they are also the reason it cannot handle heat or sunlight. Everything we are about to discuss connects back to that formula. One more thing to clear up: quartzite and quartz are not the same product. Quartzite is 100% natural stone. It needs to be sealed regularly and behaves like granite. If someone tells you they have quartz and they are resealing it every 6 months, they have quartzite, not quartz. Keep that distinction in mind. Now, here's where things get interesting. It's incredibly tough, but it has one critical weakness. In terms of everyday durability, quartz genuinely earns its reputation. On the Mohs scale of mineral hardness, which runs from 1 to 10, quartz comes in at 7. Diamonds are 10, marble is 3 or 4, granite sits around 6 to 7. So for resisting scratches from daily kitchen life, quartz holds up remarkably well. It's also non-porous, which means it never needs sealing. No clearing off counters, no applying product, no waiting overnight. Soap and water is all you need. But here is the weakness that surprises almost everyone: heat. Those resins and polymers are, at their core, plastic. Plastic does not handle high temperatures well. A hot pan directly on quartz can leave a permanent burn mark or cause a crack from thermal shock. But here's the part that catches people off guard. It's not just pans. Think about the appliances that sit on your counter for hours: your slow cooker, your instant pot, your air fryer. Whether you're the one doing the cooking or someone else is, these appliances generate steady downward heat for hours. One homeowner reported that her crock pot cracked her quartz countertop. The fix is simple. Always place a thick cutting board or a folded towel between any heat source and your quartz, every time. And one more warning: if you're thinking about extending quartz up as a backsplash behind the stove, be careful. One homeowner did exactly that, and when a pot of boiling water got too close, a chunk of the backsplash exploded off the wall. Thermal shock from cooking heat is a known risk with quartz backsplashes. Color choice is going to affect your experience just as much, and that brings us to number 3. The color you choose will make or break your experience. One of the biggest selling points of quartz is the variety. Because it is engineered, it comes in an enormous range of colors and patterns. The technology has gotten so sophisticated that quartz can now replicate the veining of Carrara marble or Calicut with remarkable accuracy. Even experienced designers sometimes cannot tell the difference. That variety is a genuine advantage, and because the manufacturing process is controlled, Quartz delivers consistency. The sample you see in the showroom is going to match the slab that gets installed. With natural stone, that small sample could look completely different from the full slab, and two slabs for a larger kitchen might not match each other. With Quartz, what you see is what you get. That predictability matters when you are designing a kitchen you plan to live with for a long time. So far, all of that sounds wonderful. But here's what nobody at the showroom is going to tell you, and this might be the most practical advice in this entire video. The color you choose essentially determines whether you will love your quartz for decades or struggle with it from month one. Homeowner after homeowner with dark quartz, dark gray, black, espresso, reports the same thing. Zero staining problems, even after 10, 15, or 20 years of daily cooking. The dark surface hides what light colors cannot, but homeowners with white or light-colored quartz, that is where the frustration begins. Every turmeric splash, every ring from a wine bottle, every water spot near the faucet shows up immediately, and some of those marks can be incredibly stubborn to remove. Now, to be fair, quartz is stain-resistant, far better than marble and better than unsealed granite. But stain-resistant and stain-proof are two very different words. The resins can absorb certain pigments if a spill sits too long. Red wine overnight, a curry splash you did not notice, a lotion bottle in the same spot for weeks. These can leave permanent marks on lighter colors. So if you are someone who cooks often, who uses spices like turmeric and curry regularly, who does not want to worry about wiping up every little thing the moment it happens, a medium or dark tone could make your daily life significantly more pleasant. And if your heart is set on white, that is perfectly fine. Just understand what that choice requires. And speaking of areas that need special attention, there is one spot on your countertop that causes more problems than all the others combined. Your sink area is where most problems start. If you asked 100 quartz countertop owners where their biggest issues are, the overwhelming majority would point to the same place, the area right around the kitchen sink. This is where chips happen most often. You're handling heavy pots and pans, stacking dishes, moving cast iron, and the edge of that sink cutout takes the brunt of it. One wrong angle and you've got a chip. Repairing chips in quartz is possible with epoxy kits and resin fillers, but getting an exact color match is tricky. Matching the veining is nearly impossible. And on darker quartz, a chip exposes the lighter material inside the slab, a bright white spot against a dark surface that you simply cannot unsee. Chips are tricky with any quartz color, just in different ways, but chips aren't even the biggest headache around the sink. It's the slow, gradual damage that builds up over weeks and months without you realizing it. Headache. Hard water buildup around the base of your faucet can leave cloudy, permanent rings. Dish soap bottles that sit in the same spot day after day can gradually eat into the resin and leave rough, discolored patches. And on white or light-colored quartz, constant moisture from everyday use can create a dull, yellowish haze that makes the sink area look worn out while the rest of your countertop still looks brand new. Hard water and moisture damage are common. One homeowner learned the hardest version of this lesson. She installed an integrated white quartz sink, the kind that matches the countertop seamlessly, which has become very popular in kitchen design. It looked absolutely gorgeous. Then she poured water with turmeric down one side. Even though she scrubbed it immediately, it stained permanently. One basin stayed pristine white, the other turned brownish yellow. Her advice to everyone was simple: get a stainless steel sink. If you go with quartz, treat the sink area as the high maintenance zone of your kitchen. Wipe the faucet base dry regularly. Don't leave soap or lotion bottles sitting in the same spot for weeks. And think carefully before choosing quartz as your actual sink basin material. Maintenance matters. Now, everything we've talked about so far is something you can manage with good habits, but the next one, it's entirely about who you hire. It can make or break a project that costs thousands of dollars. The people you hire matter more than the brand you buy. You can choose the most expensive quartz brand on the market, and a careless installer will still ruin the result. Seams, the joints where two slabs meet, are where installation quality becomes painfully obvious. If you have an L-shaped or U-shaped kitchen, you'll have seams. If you've selected a pattern with dramatic veining, lining up those veins across two pieces takes real craftsmanship. A skilled fabricator makes seams nearly invisible. A sloppy one leaves you with wide joints, misaligned veining, glue residue, and crooked edges. One homeowner experienced exactly this. Her installer promised seams no wider than a hair. What she got were wide, uneven joints caked with adhesive, scratches on the surface, and one visibly crooked edge. When she complained, the installer said she was just seeing shadows. Then the company stopped responding. She was stuck with damaged countertops and no accountability. Stories like this are unfortunately far too common. This is preventable. Read Google reviews, the actual written ones, not just the star rating. Ask for photos of completed jobs. Talk to someone in your area who has used them. And don't save a few $100s on the cheapest bid, because a botched installation can cost you thousands to redo or leave you living with countertops that never look the way they should. One more tip. Choosing a simpler pattern like speckled or solid color rather than bold veining makes seam matching far less risky. Everything up to this point is something you can manage with good habits and smart choices. But this next one is different, and in 2026, it's something you should know about. There's a growing health crisis behind this material. Let me be clear up front. The quartz countertop in your home is completely safe. The concern is entirely about fabrication, when slabs are cut and polished to fit your kitchen. That process releases extremely fine silica dust. Inhaling it causes silicosis, an irreversible disease that permanently scars the lungs. And unlike traditional silicosis that took decades to develop, workers cutting engineered stone are getting sick in as little as a few years. Engineered stone contains over 90% crystalline silica, compared to 10 to 45% in granite. The workers most affected are predominantly young Latino immigrant men, many of them fathers supporting families. In July 2024, Australia became the first country to completely ban the manufacture, supply, and installation of engineered stone. As of January 2025, even importing it is prohibited. In the United States, California's STOP Act took full effect on January 1, 2026, banning all dry cutting, requiring shop certification, and classifying silicosis as a serious workplace injury. California had confirmed over 400 cases, at least 25 deaths, and close to 50 lung transplants. A coalition of over 600 physicians across 7 western states has petitioned California to adopt a full ban, following Australia's model. None of this should scare you away from quartz, but if you are hiring a fabricator, ask whether they use wet cutting methods and proper dust control. A fabricator who prioritizes worker safety is almost always one who delivers better work. And now for the final thing, especially important if you live in a state with a lot of sunshine. If you live in the Sun Belt, pay close attention to this. If your kitchen gets a lot of natural light, and if you live in California, Florida, Texas, Arizona, Georgia, or anywhere across the Sun Belt, this applies directly to you. The polymers in quartz break down under ultraviolet light. Over time, direct sun exposure causes quartz to yellow, fade, and lose its original color. There is no sealer or coating that prevents it. It is a fundamental limitation of the material. If your kitchen has large windows, a skylight over the counters, or an indoor-outdoor layout, quartz is going to be affected over the years. And the states where most of you watching this live are precisely the states with the most intense year-round sunlight. This is not a minor issue for Sunbelt kitchens. And that brings us to the bigger question. Is quartz really the best choice for your kitchen? Because in 2026, you have more good options than ever before. Some of them solve the exact problems we have been talking about. Granite remains one of the most reliable choices. It handles heat without concern. You can set a hot pan directly on it without thinking twice. It is naturally beautiful, incredibly durable, and while it does need sealing, many homeowners report 20 or 30 years of trouble-free use. Quartzite delivers the veining and elegance of marble with the toughness of granite, ranking a 7 or higher on the Mohs scale. It handles heat well, resists scratches, requires sealing, and costs more, but for a dream kitchen that you want to enjoy for decades, it is a compelling choice. Dekton is gaining serious momentum. It is an ultra-compact surface made from quartz, porcelain, and glass fused under extreme heat with no resins involved. That means it handles heat, resists UV, resists stains, and works both indoors and outdoors. You can place a hot pan directly on it without a second thought. It is more expensive than quartz, but for a kitchen that gets heavy use and heavy sunlight, it eliminates most of the concerns we have discussed today. Porcelain. Countertops are rising in popularity, especially in markets where engineered stone has been banned. They are heat resistant, UV stable, and the design options improve every year. Modern laminate deserves far more respect than it gets. Today's laminate looks dramatically better than what was available 20 years ago. It is affordable, low maintenance, and plenty of homeowners have had it for decades without a single complaint. If you currently have laminate and it is working well for you, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that choice. It is a smart, practical investment. So after everything we have covered, should you still consider quartz? Absolutely. It is a strong, low-maintenance, beautiful material when it is the right fit. Consider how much direct sunlight your kitchen gets, especially here in the Sun Belt. Think about whether a darker shade might serve you better than white. Protect your countertops from sustained heat, not just hot pans, but those everyday appliances that radiate warmth for hours. Take extra care around your sink area. Never use quartz as a backsplash directly behind the stove. And above all, invest the time to find a fabricator and installer you truly trust, because that decision will shape your experience just as much as the material itself. This is your kitchen. Whether it is the remodel you have been planning for years or the home you are building from the ground up, you deserve to make this decision with the full picture in front of you. If this was helpful, share it with someone who is planning a remodel. It could save them a lot of money and a lot of frustration.